beware the Ides of March. Unless it's 2023, because then there's reason to be pumped, because that means Chase Bliss Audio just released their second version of the Mood pedal. And that's really exciting because there's some notable changes. Similar to what they implemented with the Mark II of generation loss, it will now have stereo capability, which is exciting because for those of us that use stereo rigs, which if you haven't, I recommend giving it a go. We have two ears for a reason, and I feel like even if the effects you're using themselves don't enhance it with a stereo width, hearing your instrument from two different spread out sources just adds a different depth to the experience of the feedback of what you're playing. Just the freedom that expands for routing possibilities as far as the signal chain, the order of your effects. For example, my pedal board right here. So yeah, this is my pedal board right here. I have the Mood placed in this position and the generation loss at the end, it being one of the three stereo effects that I have. What I'm excited for this is being able to put it at the very end while maintaining that stereo signal path, expanding it a bit, but also just rearranging the position. We'll be able to record twice the length with the loopers, as well as we'll have a freeze ability. I think that's going to be exciting, and I'll show you with my pedal board right now how I've been using a pedal essentially kind of like a freeze, and how I'm excited to do that same thing with the Mark II of the Mood. So besides the soon-to-be stereo capability of the Mood with the Mark II, there's a couple other things. You could, with the micro looping side, you could actually overdub the loop that you have. The length of the loops are double, as well as the clock speed. It has a stepped clock where you could change the clock for both sides, the wet side and the micro looper, so it changes it to different intervals, changing the pitch. But it's a stepped clock, so it quickly changes from one pitch to another. There's the option to change it to a smooth, fluid pitch change through the clock. Oh yeah, tone control. I love filtration. You know, with adding loops and keeping it interesting, filters are a great way to do that. So there's going to be a simple high cut filter. But yeah, I want to go to my pedal board and demonstrate how I've been using this pedal and how I'm planning on using the Mark II. I oftentimes just improvise with it, and it typically leads to places that I do not expect. So let's see if I could come up with something moody. Real quick, I assumed some of y'all would be potentially interested in the amp settings that I used. Full disclosure, this is in the future, and I can't say for sure that this is what I used, but most of the time these amp settings are very close to what I actually do. I have my pedal board going out in stereo to the Vox AC10, as well as the Princeton Reverb. The Princeton Reverb settings would have been really close to this, if not pretty much this, as well as the Vox AC10 looked like this. So In this next clip, I use with Mood one of my favorite devices, Blooper. And the fact that Mood MKII has stereo capability excites me a lot, because that means more than ever we have a chance of seeing the same treatment being done with Blooper, which is something that I've always wanted to see. I'd love to know if there's anybody else there that feels the same way. At the beginning of this clip, the setting that I use with Mood on the slip mode is one of my favorite modes to use with it. Settings, I should say. It's like a glitchy octave up. In addition to using another looping device paired with Blooper, it could very much so be played as a standalone looper. And with Mood MKII having the new ability to overdub as well as additional looping length, we are going to even more so be able to use it as such. So in this next clip, you'll see me playing Mood as a simple looping device. Right here is a great example of how Mood is a fantastic device to transition from one musical idea to a completely different one. This leads into one of my favorite musical moments of this recording session. Once again, I use mood as a means to transition into a different musical idea. The fact that Mood MKII is going to have a freeze ability is only going to expand upon its ability to do this so well. It's been a fun journey exploring Mood with you in anticipation for the MKII. If you'd like to see me play with Mood MKII once I receive it, then click on the video on the left. Until then, you could click on the right to watch part 2 of this video, where I explore Mood at the end of the signal chain. See ya.